Ladies and gentlemen, the Madness Entertainment Group presents Put the Comic Artist Hour with Les Garner.
Howdy, folks.
What's
Another
up?
Wednesday. Happy
What's
Wednesday,
happening?
everybody.
Good morning, Les. Afternoon, whatever. How you doing? I guess it's morning in California, right?
Yeah, maybe.
We can get away with it.
Oh, I should double check my stuff for today because we got a Kickstarter going on.
Yeah, you do.
We've got should be for Gasp number 2.
Oh, that went live?
I don't know if it's live or if it's in pre-launch. One or the other. It's there. So yeah. Where's yeah, I can grab that. See, there's the link.
You know, because of the fact that there is another Gasp from back in the day, when I search for it, that's all I ever get. I have to go to Resolute Bliss.
They're actually the same. They're the same series. They're the same book.
Right, but it's not when you go looking to buy it. Okay, when you know, it's like I have to go to the Resolute Bliss site in order to get the link to their books most of the time. If they're, Oz book, you try to search an Oz book on Kickstarter, you're gonna get 50 of them, dude.
Yeah, it's freaking annoying.
So I always have to go. I just go straight to Resolute Bliss and look for it because,
Why did it do that to my link? That's crap. Let's see. Where are we going here? Come back here with my link.
I mean, if you have a link for it, let me know because I can't. All I get is Gasp for the old one.
I'll tell you what I do have right now is a fly buzzing around that I'm about to just absolutely put some napalm on his ass.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll play this Gasp trailer and you kill a fly. We give you that much time.
Well, you were telling me about the URLs. It's like basically up to the ID or something.
No, that was not me. Yeah. You don't have to include anything. You go up to the question mark. That's it. Up to the question mark.
Okay.
That's all you need. Everything after that is like malware, redirection crap, and people don't want that.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna bring a Linky Dinky over here. Tell me if that does it.
Oh, it looks like let's see. Okay, come on. Go over to where I'm supposed to be. Weird stuff going on right now. I'm like, how come this show is not live on YouTube? That's weird. Because I put Critical Blast YouTube instead of mine.
I'd say, are you high? But I know the answer to that.
Yeah, you know the answer. All right. For everybody watching on Critical Blast YouTube, sorry, we're out. Now, will it let me add mine? That's the question. Mid-show. Let us add this mid-show. We will find out. Let's see if it pops up on YouTube. Probably not. I do not see it. Oh, well, we tried. That's weird. That's really weird. Oh, wait. Now I got it. Yeah, we're there. Okay. Drop that link again, Les. It worked.
Try it again. There it goes.
Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm signed up. It has not gone live yet.
Okay. I know
Gas too.
our staff promotions guy just was posting like a new little video about it earlier today. So, which
So for those of you,
if you've never spoken to him, we've got a guy who is our literally on staff with us doing promotions, named Mac Jacobson. Super cool little dude. I call him our leprechaun because he looks like one, but he's awesome.
well, put him in touch with me, man.
Yeah,
I share out stuff that people show me. I mean, all you gotta do is put something in front of me, and I'm gonna hit the share button. But I don't have time to go looking for stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know how that is.
That's why I have that group, that Facebook group, so people can drop their links in there. And then when I scroll through there during the day, oh, that's cool. Click share.
Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, but if I don't see it, I can't share it.
I got you.
But yeah, tell them join the madness. Well, that's where the action is. Really, in all seriousness, I bought a train ticket yesterday.
Did you say a train ticket?
Yes, I did. I brought me a train ticket. I got to go to Albuquerque for my stepfather's service.
Mm.
And trains are just like planes. Okay. The closer you get to your departure date, the more they cost.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because last week I priced it at like $345 for the round trip. And last night when I bought the ticket, it was $478.
Yeah.
So 1 week's difference up the price over $100. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. I deal with that all the time.
Yeah, if you're gonna travel, man, plan ahead, way ahead. That's all I say. But yeah, we picked up a couple of little devices to help at the con, right? I picked up a wireless travel router and a Wi-Fi antenna, like for the con, right?
Cool.
So that we got clean broadcast, right? No matter what the rest of the building's like, we got our own little antenna and wireless router.
That's cool.
You know, we'll have our own little dedicated hotspot to what we're doing, and you know, should be in good shape.
I'm charging you for power, because I know a lot of times they do.
Well, I mean, they do if you're buying a table and you're asking for extras. They're putting us up, bro.
That's cool, man.
You know,
that's why I've got I keep a battery charged up that I can take, and it'll this thing will run a freaking refrigerator for 12 hours. And I'll have this little battery under the table that can run any of the stuff that I want to have. It's real cool.
I mean, my laptop has a good, long charge as it is. So even if I, lost power or something, I could still go. I just wouldn't be connected to anything. But, they set me up. They know what we're doing. We're broadcasting. This isn't about setting up a cellar table. Although we will have some really cool stuff there for sale. You know what I'm saying?
I think I understand.
We'll have some really cool stuff. I'm gonna have to take over your screen for a moment.
I'll go right ahead.
And y'all excuse how I look, because I've been working. I ain't been to the shower yet today. I know I look like shit. Okay. We got a box of these yesterday, Les.
Oh, nice.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
That's cool. I got to place an order for a bunch of those for me to have.
Yeah, well, this was the first time we ordered any of them just to see how, shipping and everything was. They did a pretty good job. The books didn't look all dinged up and shit, but RJ was still a little bit upset with their method. He's like, no, I don't like the way they do that. But there you go. Stack L books.
Nice.
Yeah. So we will have these at South Bend at Elkhart or the Hall of Heroes Comic Con, and there may be even be a person or two at the con who did some work in this. So
you say this is in Illinois?
Northwest Indiana.
Northwest Indiana. Okay.
Yeah. It's only like 40 minutes south of me. It's not far. But you know,
y'all are all too far north.
Yeah, well, I think y'all are all too far south.
Dude, if Kentucky extended further south, that's where I'd be.
Well, I mean, I spent all them years in the Southwest, and I've always been in a big city. And this is the first time I've been in a rural setting, and I love it, dude. I wouldn't move out of this area at all unless somebody paid me a whole bunch of money to go somewhere else.
That's kind of how I am with what I got. I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon.
Now, the only part I don't like is how the last couple of years tornadoes have decided to park their asses up here in our neighborhood. But
oh yeah,
other than that, it's been
great fun. Yeah, gotta love the naders.
I live in a place. It's like a peninsula between three good-sized lakes, right? So the snow just blows right over us. We don't get deep, horrible snow. Even when it blizzards, it blows by us. You know what I mean? So we don't get huge, deep snow, maybe 2 feet tops. And we've only seen that once or twice in the last 10 years where we actually had 2 foot of snow on the ground, you know. So
I haven't seen 2 feet of snow in a long time.
That's what I'm saying. The winters aren't bad. It's just like suddenly now we have to worry about tornadoes. You know? I was here 9 years. We had 1 tornado warning. Now in the last couple of years we had like 8.
Eef.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, we just had tornado warning here the other night. It's so common here. We don't even. I think most of us don't even think about it anymore.
Right. Umbra Ludus, what's up?
Well, for those who might be watching or wondering what I'm working on, it's rather special. This is page 3 of Brides number 2. So we've got a girl, Eva, here. She has gone off the reservation.
Oh, I see over on Pilled, we have a new friend. And he's an old friend, but he's a new friend to Pilled. Daniel Whimsyland, Daniel P. Riley. Looks like he set up an account over there. That's awesome. Good to see you, bro. And let's see, I forgot to tell everybody over there it's showtime. Showtime. Yeah. So this one's coming back. Brides is coming back. Number 2. If you were a backer of Brides number 1, you already know you want to get on this. I don't even have to sell this. This is good.
Oh yeah, Brides number 2. Well, I'll just pop something up here so you can see one of the covers. I'm not going to be doing as many variant covers for this one, but I do have a couple. And you'll notice our boy here is getting a little prime time.
These.
So there's that, and then this one is the one that I love the most. Like that one I'm showing right there, I may end up actually not using it for a cover and just put it out as a poster or something. But this one's definitely going to be a cover.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm quite happy.
The guy looks kind of like Pops. Oh.
Here's the original of it right here in my hand.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
So I'm not looking at my screen, so hopefully you can tell me.
Yeah, you're so small up in the corner, we can't see it. You're just tiny up in the corner.
Well, let's fix that for a second. We'll kill these damn flies. Let's see.
I told you I can play an ad while you take a shot at one or two of them. There you are. Now you're big. Yeah.
Probably a little dark. So
yeah, a little bit.
So much light.
Now you're like, damn, I can't see.
Oh yeah, it blew it right out. That's how it is in here. It's either all or nothing, man.
Yeah, me too. I live in the dark most of the time. I only turn on a light when I have to.
I have lamps that go over my artwork that make it, that light up just what I need, how I need it.
Right. Same with me. I got one little lamp on the desk, one little lamp over where I read. That's it, man. I don't use that overhead light ever. Yeah, that looks good, bro.
I'm real happy with that.
You're a beast, Les. Just saying.
Real happy with that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
So, yeah, that's that one. Normally, I get all my stuff done super quick, but that one I took some time on. I think I got about 2 days work, maybe 3 days work in that painting.
Man, you kill it, dude. People don't know. Like yesterday, I was showing Kaz the Ozzy book, right? And he's like, "Is that a picture?" And I was like, "No, dude, that's a painting." He's like, "Who did that?" And I told him, I was like, "Let's do," and he was blown away, dude. Umber says he's doing his second set of interviews in June. If you're available.
Just, I'm available. It's just a matter of getting a hold of me, because basically on here is the best time to reach me, because that's when I'm actually pinned down. Most of the time, I've got everything turned off, and I'm just banging stuff out. So until somebody pops up who's like, "Hey, you got something here," I'm just cranking out my stuff.
What he's saying is lock in a date right now. Say, "Are you available on because "Are you available in June" is just setting yourself up for asking him again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He's like,
give me a date.
Yeah, just pick a date, try to, or even
I know in June I'm gonna be gone to Heroes Con in North Carolina. So I
would say pick a Wednesday afternoon and roll right out of this into your interview. So that
that's actually a good idea.
You know what I mean? So that you guys are actually conversing, and is RSC in about 20 minutes. Here's the link. Bam. Handle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like that's how I would do it.
Do that.
It's really hard. Just pick a Wednesday in June, not the one before Heroes Con, probably, because he'll be working hard getting ready for the con. But any of the other 3 or 4 Wednesdays, whatever, just pick one, throw a date at him, and that's how I do it. I just be like straight from this show.
That's probably the wisest way to go with it. Yep. So yeah, I'm doing some colors right now on this, because on Brides is the book that I have going right now where like I do everything. Writer, penciler, inker, letterer, colorist, cover painter, all of it. So I may have we may do some variant covers with a couple of guest artists. Right.
Which is, that's kind of the whole purpose of it, is to get somebody else's audience looking at it.
Yeah, there's there's a real good chance we'll have a variant cover from Jay Lee on this.
And yeah, I know. I don't like blowing your horn, but you got some awesome people you get to hang out with, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to arrange one of those for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
looking forward to that, man. Yeah, me and Mike need to hook up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's definitely gonna be a good time. And
I just think about. I'm like, man, something Mike Barron writes with my artwork is gonna be baller.
Yeah, it's gonna be right up tops with any of the other indie stuff going on, dude. Any of it. I mean, he's got good stuff, right? He's got good stuff that he does with awesome people like Pat Broderick, and I mean, actually, your Homestead book and their I can't remember the name of it, but the book that Mike and Pat Broderick did together. Those two books should be showcased side by side everywhere, because it's just the genres are this sort of the same, supernatural Western type shit, right? Oh, dude, it's like I have them both, so I can look at them side by side. They should be showcased that way, because the art on both of them is awesome. The writing on both of them is awesome. They're both great stories, and they're both not done. They're still going to continue on, right? You still got more Homestead to do. He still got more of that to do. Yeah,
I'm planning to revisit Homestead at some point. I mean, there's some hurdles to whether like Dirk is incredibly busy because he's literally the owner of SourcePoint now.
Yeah, I know.
So,
and he has all of our backing, bro. He has every bit of promotional power behind me.
Dirk's awesome.
I love that dude.
At some point, I have a couple of different stories that fit in with Homestead that I want to do, and it's just a matter of, if we agree on me doing them by myself. If we do it by myself, it'll definitely get done. But
in no time, right? Quickly.
Yeah. But that's one that I share with Dirk. So it's like if you share your toys, you got to make sure everybody's cool with what you're doing with it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, speaking of Mike Barry, him and Steve Rude did Nexus, right?
Yeah.
But now they're both doing their own versions of Nexus.
Weird. That's actually really weird to me. But
Mike's got different artists working, and Steve Rude's got different writers working on it, and they're both doing their own thing. I mean, they're not killing the character, but they're both writing their own stories based on the character, or doing their own projects based on the character. Well, that's cool. They both were in on the creation of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
I mean, as long as one of them doesn't flip him into something completely different, then they get to keep doing what they're doing. So,
yeah, that's the thing you got to be careful about. You don't want to, end up making something that rubs people wrong who've supported you and all that. But knowing those guys, they're probably just going to do cool stories with it and go.
Well, Mike, he's just going to write. And it's like whoever's drawing it, as long as it's quality art, he's just going to keep writing. That's the wonderful thing about Mike. Mike, right? He just always, like you just said, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. Okay, he's writing a lot of stuff with a lot of different people. And, I mean, he's got his Substack, he's got all that, does music reviews. Mike's all over the place, man. I mean, serious business. That guy, he's full time. And that's one of the things I love about him, is every time I talk to him, it's like, okay, what are you hiding from me? I know you got something new. What are you hiding? And he always does.
Yeah.
And when you talk to somebody once a month and they've already got another new project they're working on, you're like, oh, dude, you know,
that's kind of my deal anymore. Is I've got so much going on all the time. It's just like, well, you know, what are we doing today?
And that's what I'm saying. I so much respect for you guys that are actually out here busting in it every day to get it done. And it's all about entertainment, right? It's getting this out here into the fans' hands so they can be entertained. Well, believe it or not, I look at people like Mike Barron and I'm like, this dude gave me a lifetime of entertainment. A lifetime of entertainment. Okay. Yeah, I got no problem giving dude something back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No problem. If I can get him up at Grand Rapids Comic-Con and it doesn't cost him nothing to come hang out with us, that's me just giving back to people that have given me, dude. If I can get you up there at no cost, it'll be that too. And since Dirk's probably already going to be there, that, you know, between me and Dirk, we could probably whittle Mark down a little bit. You know? That would
be sweet, man. I mean, I've done Grand Rapids before and it was a fun show. You know, the biggest hurdle for me is just the travel because it's a long way.
Yeah, I know. It's a long way. And man, it's been a long time since I've traveled a long ways, but you don't know how much I'm looking forward to getting on the train and riding all the way to Albuquerque.
When is Grand Rapids show?
That's in the middle of November before Thanksgiving.
Is there can I get to that by train?
I don't know why I know you can get up. Hey, you should be able to because the Amtrak comes up at least to Kalamazoo. And that's only, you know, 30 minutes from Grand Rapids. It's not far. I'm sure that it's got to go to Grand Rapids. It has to. You probably have to come up to Chicago and then break over.
Yeah. Yeah. Most anything I want to take a train to, I got to go through Chicago from where I'm at. But yeah, it's not that bad.
I got a 3-hour layover in Chicago, which for me is no big deal, right? 3 hours, I can read or whatever. Just, you know,
yeah.
I can watch shows. You know, there's all kinds of stuff I can do for 3 hours. I'm not
if I've got a layover in Chicago, then I'll just hang out, you know, for a few hours with Charles because that's where he lives.
Oh yeah, I could tell Max, come down to the train station, let's hang out, motherfucker. I can do that. Max lives in Chicago. I'll just put a post out there. I'm gonna be in Chicago at Grand Central Station between blip blip and blip blip. Come find me. If anybody wants to come meet Pops, you live in Chicago, this is gonna be your best chance for the time being. You know. Come have lunch. That'd be June 17th, by the way. I'll be getting in there, and yeah, it'll be right about lunchtime. So, you know, I live in Chicago, want to hang out with Pops, have lunch. That's how we do it. Now, I was, yeah, that train ticket got me by surprise being $100 more a week later, dude. I knew it'd be a little bit more. I didn't think it would be that much more. So that cut into some of my travel fun.
It'll do it.
Every time. You got to get that money. Now, I don't know how the train ticket costs more. I mean, I don't know how they even get to a place where they get away with that because it's not a supply and demand thing when you're still 2 months out.
I mean, it kind of seems like it might be because.
Well, I mean, that's the way they play it. You know,
the closer you get to the date, the more people are, because everybody waits the last minute on stuff. God knows I do. I'm terrible about it.
Look, I understand if you're like within 2 weeks, they up the price. But when you're still 2 months out and they up the price over $100 in 1 week's time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, guys. I think you're like pushing your monopoly a little bit here. It's not like we have options of other trains we can ride.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, something about monopoly laws has to come in here at some point. Like I said, I'd get it if we were last minute scrambling and you wanted to screw us. Okay. But it ain't last minute. I'm still 2 months out and you're screwing me. Like $100 more than last week. You know, that's a lot of screw. Oh, I did that. Look, I did that. I searched one time using my phone, and then when I bought the ticket, I used my computer. So, you know, I didn't sign in. I don't have a login with Amtrak or anything like that. It was looked once, went to buy, and got screwed.
Oh, they'll get you for sure.
Yeah,
they will get you. Yeah.
And if I'd had the money on my card when I looked at it at 165 for a single trip, you know, I'd have bought them. I'd have bought it then, but I didn't have it. I had to wait till I had the money. But you got to check and see how much it's going to cost before you know how much money you need.
Yeah.
So you got to check.
All right. What color am I doing? Yeah. I gotta remember my color codes.
That's another thing. I don't accept cookies on anything. Dude, I'm one of the people that goes, nope. And then if they don't let me use their website, I don't use their website. I got too much I'm cramming into this little laptop without adding extra stuff. That's why I don't share links that have all the redirect nonsense after them or any of that. I'm pretty conscious of that shit, man. I really am. My whole business rests on this laptop. I can't afford any kind of viruses or anything that would take me down. You know,
I understand that.
I'm real conscious of what's coming in. You know.
Yeah, I've been that way for a long time because of my machines.
And the cookies, I've never understood her like that. The cookies mess. You know, it's like, look, I don't need you saving everything I do on your stuff. I don't need that. You know, and I won't save everything you do on my stuff, and we'll probably have a cleaner connection.
Yeah. Let's see here. Trying to flat this out with colors that are kind of close to where I want to go with it. And let's see here. Zoom in real close. Drop that in. Get my eyedropper. Fill in some of this. Doodly-doo. Because I have got to get it moving. I need to get this book done. It's been sitting here written for months, but I've just had so much other stuff done or stuff that I needed to do that I haven't been able to work on it. I don't want people thinking that I gave them an issue number 1. There won't be an issue number 2 for, especially not on this book, because I love this book.
Yeah, I do have a great big thumb drive that I update my stuff regularly because Kaz would kill me if this shit went down. But I also, you remember that little box computer that Kaz sent me?
No, I don't know nothing about it.
When my computer took a shit, he built this little tiny computer in a box. Remember, it had all the plugins and everything like a computer. You plug your monitor and keyboard and all the stuff into it, but it was like 8 by 4 by 8.
Well,
it's a little tiny box. I still have that. We used that for like a month or so while he was setting up this laptop. Right? We used that little box. If this thing went down, I could pull that thing out right now, plug everything out into it, and be right back online. I might lose some recent graphics and stuff like that, but that would be it. You know, I wouldn't lose anything that I can't get back, even if it wasn't backed up. I don't do a lie. Everything that people use, they save into the StreamYard. As far as broadcasting goes, all you guys stuff is in there. If my computer took a shit, that stuff would all still be in there. So I mean, as far as broadcasting goes, I got a backup, man. I got a whole backup system. I need. Or like if your computer took a shit, man, and you couldn't go live, hey guys, can I send him this little box? You'd have this little box. You'd be live again.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's small too, man. When he sent it to me, I was like, he sent me this box. You get a box, right? And the box is only so big, and you're like, what the hell is this? And you're not gonna believe this. I'm gonna show it to you right now. You ready? I'm gonna show it to you. This box right here.
Oh,
this
that's
box
cool.
contains a computer that can run my network.
That's cool. I dig that stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. It's way smaller than the box, though. Okay, we got accessories. Take out the power supply. This thing only used like 6 watts of power too. It's crazy. That's the computer.
Those little minis are neat.
Dude, he put it all together so it had everything I needed, man. All the plugins, every plug-in that I might need, right? To run this thing straight up. And yeah, we ran the network out of this thing with this thing for a while. Almost a month, I think. So, don't just back up your stuff. Have a backup. This is the third computer. The laptop right now that's the third unit that I've had since I started doing this.
Wow.
I've had 2 computers take a shit on me since I started doing this.
My big hoss of a machine that I'm sitting here working at right now has been up and running actively for 6 years.
Yeah, the first one I had went for about 10. What's the gradient for less?
What's the what?
Yes, but I don't know. I don't understand. And what's how long ago? How long ago what? How long ago did I use that to run the network? Probably about a year ago.
Okay.
It was that was what I was using. When he set up the laptop was for when we started Roku, and that was in September last year. So we were using that for like August and part of September. And everything worked fine. I was blown away by the fact that I had this little teeny tiny thing on my desk and I had all this room, right?
Now then, let's go here. We're gonna throw some of this right here.
Wherever you're watching this, I don't care where, if you're on YouTube or X or Facebook or Build or Rumble or whatever, please share out the stream. Let people get to know Les.
Oh, yeah. Share.
There you go. Les was using a layered gradient a few moments ago. I was asking what it affected.
Oh, yeah. So I when I'm flatting, sometimes there'll be little spots that I miss, like little tiny white holes. And rather than fight with finding all those, I'll just pick a gradient that has like a general tone that would be okay for those to show up with, and drop it behind the flatting and then put it together. Because in the end, everything ends up bleeding out of that anyway. So that just helps me ensure that I've not got any unwanted empty spots. And so, like right now, I'm going in here with a layer mask and starting to block in some of my fire areas. So you just, because that's a thing. It's on fire. And the fill lasso tool is like my favorite little tool for a lot of this stuff, because I can just come in here and boop, 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 and get stuff filled in. Let's apply that mask and then come in here and do a little bit more of that. What's funny is like my flats end up looking a lot like old school comic book colors from the 80s.
Yeah. And I was explaining that to my grandson, right? He was here and he was watching that one day, and I was like, he goes, it all looks so basic. Like, and I was like, well, that's kind of how coloring used to be.
Yep.
That's how coloring used to be. They would put a color there. The shading was done with the penciling and the inking, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so. Yeah, they didn't change the colors in the flat, and it was like way different because he's really interested in what we're doing.
That's cool.
Really, so he's absorbing stuff like a freaking sponge, man. I kind of regret
cool
that he didn't watch this live with us, but he does go back and watch stuff. He's got Roku on his phone, and he watches us on his phone, and I'll catch him all the time. I'll be walking by his room and I'll hear our voices or somebody's voices that's from the network. And I'll open the door. What are you doing? What are you watching? Because not everything is kid friendly.
No, yeah.
What I'm saying. So I have to, like monitor his little ass because now he's all up in here. Let's throw, he's uploading stuff to Roku for us. He's already learned to do that. He's teaching himself to code. He's building his own website. He's playing percussion in the band, playing all his sports, doing all his stuff, and still wants to be part of the art community too.
Hey man, you gotta love it when they're young and they got that kind of energy.
Hell yeah, dude! It's like he wants to be up into everything, and I'm just like, I got some more for you. How many kids want to hang out with Grandpa? Seriously.
Yeah.
How many kids want to go hang out with Grandpa? Like instead
not
of
near enough. That's how many. Not near enough.
Yeah. He likes hanging out here. He still hangs out with his friends and has friends and does all the other stuff. But he likes coming here after school and hanging out for an hour or two and getting involved in what we're doing. It's kind of fun. I really enjoyed that he's that energetic about it and still does all his other stuff too. He plays on a travel baseball team, not just like the town league. He plays on a travel team and, plays in a band that has a great staff at the school. Like really great staff. These guys win awards all the time. The school wins awards for the music all the time. He's all up in that. He wants to play football and be in the marching band, dude.
I did that. And
how do you get the game plan for the second half if you're out on the field with the band?
Well, I went to a small enough school that they made special provisions for it.
See, and this is what I'm trying to tell him. Like, dude, I don't know if your coach is going to let you leave the locker room at halftime. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of a conflict of enjoyment right there. A conflict of things that, you kind of got to choose there.
I always hated having to choose things like that.
Yeah. But I mean, in that case, it's like, unless you got somebody runs out there and tells you exactly any changes that might be happening in the game plan in the 2 minutes between you setting down your drums and putting your shoulder pads back on, and you know what I mean? It's like, dude,
I was a lineman, and they pretty much just always told me, they're like, yeah, just do your job, hit them hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And that, and that's cool. But I mean, you know what I'm saying too. It's like sometimes you got to make adjustments, and the players all got to know the adjustment, you know. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I'd love if he could pull it off. It'd be awesome, you know, if he could still concentrate on playing the instrument and then going out there and playing football, and you know, I mean, that's a lot. I want him to be good.
I eventually dropped out of football because it just wasn't my scene.
Well, you're such a nice guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed knocking the hell out of people on the field, but that was I typically didn't get along with the rest of the team very well. Mostly because they were all jerks.
Well, yeah, jocks are jerks.
And I didn't have any time or use for that crap.
I was the only head on my team, bro.
Mm.
The only guy on the team with hair coming out from under his helmet.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me back then, which is funny since I'm bald now. Was they're like, yeah, if you're gonna keep playing, you got to cut your hair, and I was like, well, I got a solution for that.
Yeah, here's my helmet. That's what I told him. Say they didn't even come at me that way. But
Coach said that crap to me while I was putting up 180-pound chest or military press, chest press, and I was just like, oh, okay, and just dropped them and walked out.
Yeah,
like we'll fix that real quick.
You won't have to worry about that one, guys. And that's I'd walk away. There's I'm 60 freaking 3 years old and they ain't got my hair since the military.
Mm.
You know, it's been a long time since somebody like took anything off my head that I didn't ask for.
Mm.
And it's very rare that I go ask for it. Every now and then it gets a little, split ends and stuff. Hey, take an inch off this, but that's it. You can't ever tell. That's who I am. The funny thing, it was never a hippie thing. It was always a heavy metal thing.
No, yeah.
Ozzy and all my dudes all had long hair, right? Dio, Ozzy, the guys in Rush, everybody had long hair.
That's how it was with me. I was, just natural metalhead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like didn't have anything to do with hippie. It had everything to do with heavy.
Yep. Let's see here now.
I get called hippie. I giggle. Yeah, I wasn't hugging trees, bro.
Reminds me of the South Park episode where Cartman is running the hippies down by blasting Slayer at him.
Yeah.
I always love that.
And there, that's pretty much how it is, though. Like anybody with long hair, you always get that hippie thing.
Yeah.
You really don't understand this long hair thing, do you?
A lot of times they don't. Let's see here. I think I want to duplicate this layer and pull it down here and fill it with something so that I can keep that mask and use it as a adjustment layer. So fill that. Should barely notice. Perfectamundo. Now let's apply that. Now do. And then let's add my orange, and we'll just copy and paste that. And then we're going to merge that down. So now I've got the buildings with the stuff coming off of it, and I can then make this an adjustment layer, this an adjustment layer, apply that mask. Actually, I'm going to merge that below. Okay, so now then, we can start doing a little bit more rendering. I like to render from the background forward. Let's see. Yeah, see, so, since I made that stuff have its own layer that has this particular shape, now I can have this adjustment layer over it, and I can just spray into that and not worry too much about where I'm going with it, because it'll, you know, it's going to be clipped to the adjustment layer. Okay, let's see here now. And then if I want any of that to start fanning out, what do I want to do? Let's get tricksy with this. Let's make a folder and put that in it, and the adjustment layer will, or that clip layer will sit on top of that folder. So now I can come in here, add a new layer, and when I paint into this new layer with some softness, all of that's going to fan out with it the way that I want. It's going to start to smooth out. But it'll still keep a touch of that edge. I don't like to completely lose the edges on those hard shapes, because I feel like the definition makes it more readable for your eyes. Let's take all of this, put it inside a folder, and then we're going to, let's grab our rectangle, pull that down to here. And there we go. I want this below there. So now I don't have to worry about those outer edges. What I do have to worry about is this fly buzzing around my neck. He's going to die. There's that. Do. And let's start adding a little bit of variation to the sky. And yeah. There we go. That's starting to get where I want that to go. And then let's pull something nice and bright here. Put a sharper edge on things. And I'm going to start coming in here with that. Dude. Hiya! Have to go listen to some Cult. Get a fire woman going.
Ooh, the Twitch bot finally showed up. Hi, Twitch bot.
The Twitch bot.
Yeah, you know, you can get viewers if you send us money. Look, if people want to watch, they're going to watch. We don't like drag them here. We don't create fake accounts to make it look like we can bump our numbers. We don't do any of that dumb shit around here.
Pull this layer all the way up top. I'm going to set it to an add glow.
If you're not watching, you're missing out. That's how I look at it.
I love it when you start to put the glow effects on top of the ink, because that's usually what makes lighting type stuff really, really pop.
Oh, Umbra checking out. Later on, Umbra. We'll see you.
Now then, I'm thinking I'm going to play around here with some sharp highlights down a few things. Let's set opacity on that.
And I just want to say to all our viewers over on Roku, if you like draw streams like this, we have a playlist over there. If you look, we got 8, 9 different draw streams run every week. Man, check it out.
Here we go.
Big TV on Roku. What's up?
I like the way stuff pops once you start to add the little, rim lights and things that come off stuff. It's always been a particular favorite of mine.
It's funny because back in the 90s, I used to do art with LED lights. You know what I mean? It's like if it was a building and it had windows, some of them windows, the lights were on. Not all them lights were the same color or brightness, or you know what I mean? Some of them might have a curtain in front of them. See what I'm saying? It's like we made some really cool stuff with LED lights when they first came out. I had an outer space thing right up in the corner. In one corner, it was like just a black piece of linen, and it had all the stars. And then we had some of those Hallmark Star Trek ships hanging up there on a Christmas light thing that was behind the material, so you couldn't see it. And then the ships would be hanging down and lighting up, and the stars are behind it. And it looked really cool over there in the corner when it was dark. It looked like outer space. It looked like a battle scene between the Klingons and the Romulans and Starfleet up there in the corner of the room. It was cool.
So for folks who didn't catch what I just did, because I have the flats down here, I have them set as a reference layer. I could make this new layer that's empty. And I hope I didn't just delete something I don't needed right there. No. So what is that? I should be naming these layers, but I don't. So I'll go back through the steps again. So like with that set as a reference layer, anywhere that I go, any layer that I'm on, if I grab my wand and I have it referring to the reference layer, it'll select from there. So when I click on that flat color gets selected. And now I'll make a new layer and put a layer mask on it. So now only those areas will show. So I could come in here and start to paint. We'll come in with an orange. And let's go kind of like that. Because I want to warm this up with the with some color from the fire. So see how that works. Now I'm going to come through here, but because I have that layer mask on it, I don't have to worry about, corrupting anything else. Let's bring it back. And then I want to warm up these shadows. There we go. Kill this damn fly.
You don't kill him, you might as well name him by now. Gee.
It's aggravating.
You ain't killed him yet? What's his name?
His name is Dead Ass Fly. Shit. All right. Let's come here, do a little more rendering. Boom.
Les, we are 3 weeks from your 100th episode, bro.
That's crazy. I've been putting up with this shit for that long.
Almost 2 years, man.
Good God, man.
We got to do something special for 100.
It's terrible. Let's see here now. I'm going to grab a blur brush. Blur some of this.
Have your buddy, your social media buddy, post around everywhere. What do you want Les to draw on his 100th episode?
Oh God, that's asking for trouble.
Yeah, but we get some interaction for the show.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, getting eyes on. That's the whole thing. If we can get people to suggest something, and then, you know, we get like 50% of the votes for this one thing, well, all those people are going to probably tune in to watch it draw. Might not be a bad move, you know. I mean, whatever you want to do on your 100th episode, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I'd blast it everywhere. You know?
I think the 100th episode should just be an hour of me taking a nap.
Well, leave the camera on. Next time you fall asleep in the chair, I'll make sure we record it. You know.
You know, it's like all the action will be how many times I fart in my sleep.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Well, your wife would be glad. Leave that shit in the chair, you know.
Oh, geez. Oh,
yeah.
man. It's terrible. Let's see. Doodly-doodly-doo. Turn that down just a little bit.
Oh, that's something I didn't know. For people who pick up books, who use Kindle Unlimited, you actually have to read them for the author to make any money. They get paid in pages read.
Wow.
So for those of you who use that Kindle, and you know, you get all these books, start reading them. Help these guys get some money.
Make sure you read the damn thing. Yeah, that's something I gotta hit you up about, because I do need somebody to really give a good going over on my novel.
Oh yeah, anytime, dude, anytime.
Yeah, I could definitely use that. Mm.
Actually, that's the only work that I do that's not network related.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's the only thing that I can get away from this.
Hell, you should be doing book reviews, man.
No, see, book reviews put you in that some people gonna like you, gonna hate you.
Yeah.
I'm the hype guy. I'm on the other end of that.
Ugh.
No, seriously. I mean, I thought this through a long time ago. It's like, I can't be telling everybody, hey, man, go get this book. Go check it out. You know, I like it. You might like it too. And then come out
this
later.
Sucks.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro. You know?
Can't
not
please
only
all
that,
people all the time.
But I mean, not only that, but it's all subjective. And when you start critiquing somebody's book, you have no idea where their story's going in the future.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And you might be taking shots at something that's out of place to you, but fits perfectly in issue 2, or with issue 2, or leads into issue 2. And you see what I mean? Reviewers are coming in after the fact. It's not like an editor or somebody who's coming in beforehand, right? It's like, you know, and it's like, man, I do this for enjoyment.
Mm.
I mean, this whole network is for having fun. I don't want to come out here and be dissing people's work, and especially when I have no idea where their work's going. It's the same with, I'm a proofreader, not an editor. Okay? I'm not going to tell you, hey, man, that shit's out of place right there, because I have no idea if that belongs to what's coming. You know what I mean? So
No,
I would proofread your stuff.
I can absolutely respect that.
Yeah, I don't want to be an editor, man, because that puts me in a place where I'm trying to help you write in the future, future stuff. And no, you're the writer. I'll make sure your punctuation's good, your spelling's good, and that the order of the words in your sentence work right. But I'm not going to tell you about your story. That's something you're writing and something that might, like I said, be totally out of place to me. And I think, what is that doing there? Might have, significance going forward that I have no knowledge of.
I got you.
I did. As far as like the network, it's like, I don't want to I wouldn't mind having a review show of somebody who does good reviews. And I don't mean just reviews good books, but I mean, even when they're critiquing, they're not being an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind having a good review show in the network. I just ain't going to do it.
Man, if I actually had time, that's something I would enjoy doing. I wish I had time to read more, because I love reading. But I just do not have the time anymore.
I read books all the time. Every chance I get, I got my nose in the current book that I'm reading. But comics, I save them for when the power goes out. You got to have something to do when the power goes out.
Yeah.
So my little reader stack, it gets up there, 10, 12, 15 books, the power goes out. Shit, flashlight, here we go. I go to reading the comics then, and then there's absolutely no distractions. Nobody's sending me messages. You know what I mean? I can read the comics. So
yeah.
That's how I do that. And again, I mean, I'm not going to say every comic I've read is great. There's only been a couple that were bad. I mean, out of all the stuff I've looked at, read, promoted, whatever, I've only seen a couple that were just like, oh my God. That kind that you can't get through.
Yeah.
I've only seen a couple of those where it was like, 10, 12 pages in, I'm just like, I don't get it. And I got a pretty vivid imagination, so I don't get it. Probably something ain't right up in here.
I'm zoning out for a second because I'm getting down into kind of the nitty gritty on some of this.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's 2:10 right now, so you go as long as you want. I don't have nothing to do till 3:00.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna pound on this for a little bit longer, and then I need to probably step away and get something to eat anyway. Oh, I did eat a little bit of the wife's fried rice before I came in here.
I had some waffles.
My advice to dudes is, if you want to eat well, marry Asian
or Mexican.
That's true.
Or Mexican. Come on.
Anything except a white chick.
I learned how to cook Mexican food from a wonderful little Mexican lady, and I still cherish the time spent with her today. And we're still friends too, but you know what I mean? It's like, dude, I wouldn't be able to make stuff that I make if I hadn't hung out with her. I made some enchiladas last week, boy. And look, we have some picky ass kids, my grandkids. It's hard to get a thumbs up from every one of them, right? Well, I didn't just get a thumbs up from every one of them, but the little bit of leftovers were gone the next day. I didn't get seconds.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't get none of them leftovers. They smashed them before I could get near them. Little monsters. But yeah, you can get all the kids in the house to go, oh, that was good. Then you accomplished something.
Mm. All right, here's a neat little trick I'm going to show y'all before I cut out of here. So
Wow, what'd you do?
Turned off my glow layer and turned off my ink layer. So there you can see my flats.
Okay.
There's my flats with all my rendering, which is going to be inside here. So there's the flats. There's all the rendering so far. And sometimes it's good to turn that off and see just exactly what you've got. So
man, when you turned off the inks and pencils, I was like, what did you do?
So like now I'm going to come in here and select this green color. And I'm going to make a new layer on here. I'm going to set this layer to multiply. And let's turn that opacity up. And then why is it being a turd? It is being a straight up turd. There we go. Because I want some more shadows on that. And there and there. But that stuff. I think I'm going to use the same color on old dude's clothes down here for the shadows. You hear my air compressor kick in there. That's an integral tool for my paintings. There we go. Had to hush up for a minute while that was doing its thing. And then let's grab some of this. Get a little more color on that. And I use, for Eva, I've been putting, for this issue, she's got like a little bit of a greenish turquoise tint on her a lot of times. So we're going to throw some of that in here. Some of the shadow areas. Okay. There's that. Let's come back in here a little more aggressive with some of that. All right. Now, what I was saying, so I'm going to turn off my ink layer. Now that I've got all my rendering the way I want it, let's look at it all. There's with the glow and everything, which ain't too bad so far. But now I'm going to right click on this and go hit merge visible to new layer. And what they'll do is they'll take everything you see and makes a new layer of that without destroying what you had. So if I need to go back and work with any of it, I can. But now I can take that layer and do all kinds of nifty stuff to it. Which, like, one of the things I'm definitely going to be doing here is I'm going to throw a gradient map over that. And gradient maps are neat. So, like, I'm going to take a gradient map first off of this blue, and I'm going to pull some of these little pieces out of it here. I'm going to do a gradient map from blue to yellow. Okay. And if we dial that down, you see you start to get it. That gradient map helps take all those colors that you've done in there, and I think it helps unify them. Of course, we could also do different blend modes on them. Like if we did the overlay. Overlay, you got to be careful with because it can oversaturate everything. Let's do color. So yeah, see, I'm digging that. Off, on. And then if I want to bring back more of that fire and the intensity of that, then I'll click on the layer mask for this, and I'll take my I just use my pencil brush and make changes to it. I'll set the hardness on it to like all the way down. And then I'm going to take a 2000 pixel brush of this and why is that actually not doing anything? That's kind of crazy. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's just the pixels are so big that it's got a, but it takes it a second. So here, I'm going to take a fill lasso and fill all of that with transparent. Now I'll come back through and do my pencil around that area. So now we have all of that intensity is brought back for that, but we're using that gradient map to dial back everything and unify those colors. So, and then I'll turn it off and on and see if there's more places that I want to dial it back. So let's come down here and doink. Here we go. And I really like how this technique just, it gives you ways of like controlling a lot of subtlety. You know, you can control a lot of intensity and a lot of subtlety with it, and then add even more just levels of you know, color and intensity. So there, I want to make sure that that guy's face is warmed up quite a bit so that he pops out a little bit more. Warm her up a little bit, warm that up a little bit. And the way that I'm warming that stuff up is by removing some of that gradient effect out of its mask. All right. And I'm going to say that that is just about done. So there's my glow layer. I think I want to come back through now. I'm going to duplicate that glow layer, and I'm going to delete all the pixels out of that so that I've got the same layer again, but with nothing painted in it. And I'm going to take a almost completely hard brush, and I wish this fly would die.
Dead ass fly is still alive.
Oh man, it's like the Punisher of flies, man. He's jacking me up. It's terrible. So let's turn the opacity down on that.
I got one of them things for those. One of them things cost like $1.99.
Yeah.
Oh, what? One of those things.
So now I'm just going in here softly adding some rim lights around some of this stuff to make it jump out even more. Now then, I really want to go harder on the rim light around her since she's my focal point. We got dead bodies in the background. Let's come in here. This poor guy. She's got him all jacked up. And there's that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Liking what I see there with making that hair pop out like that.
This is a page out of Brides 2, or upcoming Brides 2, I should say.
Yep. Yeah, I should be done with this book in about 2 to 3 weeks. And
I said this is page 3, and he said he'll be done in 2 or 3 weeks. Listening? Are you listening, people? Are you listening? How many pages are these books?
It's 40.
40 pages. 3 weeks. Not 3 years.
3 weeks is giving me a little bit of relaxed time in there. So I know that my schedule wise, I can knock out a 40-page book in 2 weeks. But I'll give myself a little breathing room.
I just want everybody to understand that. It's like, 2 years, 3 years to get a book out, and
no. I have lost count how many books I've done in the last 2 years, man. I have no idea. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, it's getting awesome. Is what it's getting. It's like you're rivaling some of those guys that used to just throw shit out of the bullpen in Marvel back in the day, right?
That's the goal.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. You work for your books, for your people that you have deals with, whatever, but you get the work done.
Yep.
You don't leave nobody hanging on when is this going to get done.
No, yeah. I hate that crap.
I mean, it's funny because when I asked you if you wanted to do the Ozzy thing, right, I expected, you'd hook me up with something. We'd be cool.
I come back like a week later with 5 paintings.
Yes, with 5 freaking paintings. And I was like, dude, you didn't have to take a whole week off for this.
It's like, I didn't take the whole week off, but I just wanted to get them done.
But yeah, man, when you guys get your hands on this book, look, you haven't seen all Les's art that's in this book. You've only seen a couple of the pieces. Y'all don't know. And I purposely withheld that stuff so that you gotta get it to get it. You see the one on the cover of the con edition, and Les has 4 more pieces in the book. Yeah. You're gonna want it just because of that. Then you got Edwin did the same thing. I was like, hey man, you want to do a cover? I got 5 pieces from him. It's like I wasn't expecting that from either one of these guys. But I was blown away by it.
I know what I almost forgot was the light from that lantern right there. That's important. Yeah. I always love shooting light effects for things. Nice. There we go. Oh, some more highlights on that. Doink, 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 doink. Cool. And anything else? Yeah, let's add some little speckles in here because fire needs embers. And I think I'm going to call that done. There she be. Booyah, folks.
Sweet.
So if you would, if you don't mind playing the trailer for Gasp #2 on the way out.
Yeah.
Pops,
Oh yeah, I got you.
take us out, and we'll catch y'all next week.
We got the Gasp trailer. We got the, let's see, we got a couple of mirrors, don't we? Yeah, we got Gear City. We got a few to play for the people. So hang in here and check out some Les's awesome animation as well, guys.
We got a lot of stuff going on. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace, everybody.
Evening, darlings. It's about time to start this show. Get on out of here. That's my set. My name's Belladonna Lamort, and I'm just hopping on screen to tell you, if y'all ain't checked out the Gasp Horror Anthology from Resolute Bliss, then y'all about as silly as that dusty old bag of bones. So what you waiting for? Head on over and sign up at Kickstarter now.
Presented by Resolute Bliss with our friends at Live Storm Chasers, because real storms inspire the darkest of legends.
This storm's trying to take us back.
Back to Gear City?
Not again.
Run! Here it comes. There she is. It's the witch.
She sure knows how to make an entrance.
I do hope you will join me. Not Oz like you've known. Welcome to my corner of Oz, a place called Gear City. Back Gear City, a tale from the broken world of Oz, coming soon to Kickstarter from Resolute Bliss Publishing.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Come and have a look at this lovely book that was sent over.
You're wrapping in the perpendicular.
Oh, go on and spit the bat out your mouth. No one can understand you like that.
Say how 5 dentists and all.
Oh, well, that's not much better. Ozzy, why don't you sing to me? I can always understand you when you sing to me.
Fucking my brains. What is this my publisher sent me? Inked in black with art so sweet.
So what do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
If you missed the live viewing of any Meg production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. Madness Entertainment Group.